Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
Whew. We took last week off because I was having a nuclear meltdown trying to fix up my life.
Ooh, that was almost bad.
What was almost bad? What happened?
I just saved my laptop for not my laptop, my tablet from having to get a new fucking screen. I was trying to get the fucking show up on it so I could have the stream in the background. My blood pressure's high. I'll be back in a minute.
That's okay.
As you were saying about your meltdown.
Yeah, last week I had a bit of a meltdown, and I said, "Hey, Q, we're gonna skip this week." It wasn't much of a negotiation. Wasn't much of a ask. It was I'm not well. I had to take a mental.
Yeah, but I didn't question it either. You tell me we gotta skip, I'm like, cool, I get it.
Yeah. Lots been happening in my life. Lot of small changes, but also at the same time some small changes in the positive. Got me a fight stick. I played a little bit of Street Fighter on it. I'm slowly building up my coping skills. But I am recovering, and I also bought me something nice and good for this podcast. You and I both like Calypso teas or lemonades. And I bought me a couple Ocean Blue lemonades, and I put them super chilled. They are super cold. So that is what I am drinking today. Do you have anything special?
I do have coffee, but it's just a Pike Place. It's nothing special. I'm also choking on a chocolate Teddy Graham, in case you're wondering what the cough is about.
I haven't had Teddy Grahams in a minute.
I don't buy them. One of my roommates did. And it's kind of, they went into the house snack pile. Like, there's a box in the pantry that's like, this is the stuff that's up for grabs. And so I grabbed some Teddy Grahams. The other day I did have them out, and I had like the regular graham cracker ones, like the honey ones. And the cat stole one, and I was like, are you fucking serious?
Well, at least the cat knows what it likes.
I guess. Yeah, I look over, the little bastard's got in his mouth. I'm like, what the fuck?
Street Fighter 6, very interesting game. I'm glad that we made that purchase. That is a fun one. But I've also been kind of sliding back over to Warframe, just because I need that little spacey space game. Destiny's been depressing me.
Yeah. Much to IGN's chagrin, I'm sure, based off of the fucking way they keep reusing their same article every fucking 2 hours. I pre-ordered the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Oh, okay. I mean, I watched the person talk about their demo fight against the Flash, and I was like, it just seems like you're bad, man.
Yeah, well, the complaint I heard from that was about the character being fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you seriously bitching that the Flash was fast in your boss battle? Bro. The other thing I've heard from a lot of people is there's people that got the free demo for the reporters. But then there's people that were part of the beta, and they're like, being part of the beta, you play a lot more of the game than what that demo covers. And that's what you need to really get into the game and feel that it is a good game. And that maybe they just didn't do a good demo for the reporters.
You think they should have done You think they should have done a different villain? Well, quote unquote villain.
Yeah, or maybe not have focused on the boss battle. Maybe let the demo be more of the regular gameplay.
That would have been nice.
One of the other things I heard was someone was like, "Well, it's gonna have a good story, but the gameplay is kind of," and I'm like, it's Rocksteady Arkhamverse. You think I'm not here for the story? I'm here for the story.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I still have to go through them. That is my bane. I still have to crawl through Arkham. I'm almost done with Arkham Asylum. It's just I have to re-download it and finish it up.
And I was also gonna get this either way. It's the last time Kevin Conroy voiced Batman.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna get it. So it's pre-ordered. I will have it at the beginning of February. I did not do the big pack because I was looking at like what it comes with, and it's all costumes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that. So I just did the regular.
Fair enough. Let's grab this. Over
I
on
just
the,
sneezed my brain out.
as one does, over on the great old Humble Bundle, we have a fantastic bundle for AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick, which is the speedrunning, I guess it's convention that a lot of people speedrun games for charity. A lot of sponsors give away games for those who put up money. You know, it's a lot of just good time. And they give up a bunch of their time for getting money to, I believe this one helps out prevent cancer, which is, of course, to help prevent cancer, just mortality. It's what we're trying to fight against. But the thing I'm trying to paint here is $10 for 8 amazing games. Bayonetta, Borderlands 2 Game of the Year, which comes with all the DLC. Celeste,
Nice.
which is already worth that cost, in my opinion. Sprawl, one of the best first-person shooters I've ever seen in my life. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, which is Symphony of the Night, but reborn in a beautiful, almost hand-drawn, it looks, style. Astalon, Tears of the Earth, I don't know too much about it, but it looks really nice. The last two games, a bit odd, but I understand why they're there because they are a part of AGDQ's history. Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. Yeah, I mean, Sonic Adventure 2, not my favorite Sonic game, but it's not bad. Battle, you can leave Battle. You don't need Battle. But all 8 of those for $10, and that helps out charity. Go get you these games, especially Celeste. If you haven't played Celeste, go and play some Celeste. That's a banger of a game.
So I realized, so I told you I was going to download it and actually finally play it. I realized, oh, hey, you already done this because it had a save file on there. And I realized I'm at a point that I'm stuck. So
Oh.
I'll figure it out eventually.
It is a kind of figure it out as you literally move, kind of. You'll get the motions. It's fine. The second thing I was confused to talk about, but the only reason why I want to talk about it is just because of the covers and the names. So Terry Pratchett is an author that made Discworld, and Discworld, I guess, is this all-encompassing universe that kind of has bits and pieces, here's and there's, and they have some interesting names, such as The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. There are a couple that do click on like memory, because some of these book endings do look familiar, like old Scholastic style book placements from school. Some of them are very vibrant, while others are very plain Jane. But I'm not too much on Discworld. I don't know too much about it. But if you
How
have
many are in this?
Huh?
How many are in this sale?
39 books for $18.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's like 40 something, or maybe it is 39 in this like world. So that sounds like you're getting just about everything.
Yeah, and 50 cents a book.
And for anyone that's in there going, I don't know, if you're a fan of Good Omens, I mean, Terry Pratchett helped write that. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he co-wrote Good Omens with Neil, and him and Neil had always talked about a sequel. Sadly, he passed, and they never did it. So now that it's become the show, Neil finally did the sequel that they always wanted to do as the second season of the show.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so if you like Good Omens, this might be a thing to start up on, especially for as cheap as it is. I said 50, a little under 50 cents a book, like 42 cents a book. Holy crap, you can't get that deal. And this one helps out Room to Read, which seeks to transform the lives of millions of children in low-income communities by focusing on literacy and gender equality in education. Working in collaboration with local communities, partner organizations, and governments, we develop literacy skills and habit of reading among primary school children and support girls to complete secondary school with the relevant life skills to succeed in school and beyond. So, in short, get books to kids. That's obviously a good thing. There was a little bit of an idea that I had that involved getting old comic books to children. Starting up like a small drive that is donate comics that you don't need or want, but get them to kids that would like to read them. Start them into the downward spiral of finding their favorite superhero.
Comics that I don't want. That's cute.
Well, Superior Spider-Man.
Maybe a normal person. Look, Dan Slott's the good writer.
Would you get rid of your Superior Spider-Man set?
I don't even have a full set, so I'd probably sell the couple I have.
There you go.
Away. Yeah.
There you go.
Dan Slott's a good writer, and I'm not saying that Superior Spider-Man is bad or anything. I'm saying it's not for me.
But I'm also saying that you laughed at me. You said, haha, that's not going to happen. I'd be like, but there is one. I'd probably get rid of my my 4 copies of Punisher 2099. I'm just not a fan.
Does Miguel show up in those at all?
No.
Okay, well then I don't want them.
Well, the four that I have, no. I don't know if he appears in any of the other ones, but it's just so fucking boring.
Yeah.
And last on the Humble Bundle, something I don't know about, but Quincy knows a little bit about, Star Trek. All I need to know I learned from Star Trek, which is more... the first one, Star Trek Prometheus, seems to be a novel, while the rest seems to be magazine / art book. Because it talks about collector's edition, and then it goes into other types of magazines, and then it talks about Star Trek villains very specifically. So it seems to have like the Time magazine style, very individualist pieces. I don't think I'm gonna be getting this, but it does help out one of my favorite charities, the Trevor Project, which helps end suicide among gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and questioning young people. I may just support it just because it's helping this one. The other one it also helps out is Every Library Institute, which helps build up libraries again, because libraries are slowly starting to go on the decline.
Let's touch on something real quick.
Okay.
Because you were saying that you may go for this just because it supports the Trevor Project, and that's a great moment to tell the people, just reminder. It's nice to get things. I get that, and that's one of the great things about Home Bundles. You're getting something for your donation to charity. But maybe sometimes, like this isn't for you. I like Star Trek, and this isn't even really for me. I don't read the novels. The novels aren't canon. Going into magazines, I don't know. Not for me. That doesn't mean you can't throw $10 towards the Trevor Project. You don't necessarily have to buy these. You could just donate to the Trevor Project.
Yeah. And I mean, this also talks about Star Trek Beyond, the only thing that I have seen of Star Trek. And I mean, would I want to learn more about Beyond? Yeah, I actually really liked Beyond. And what was the other one called?
So it's Star Trek, then Star Trek Beyond, and then Star Trek Into Darkness.
Into Darkness, that's it.
So you've seen, is it the Kelvin timeline? Something with the K. Something timeline.
Yeah, we watched them. We watched the first one with another movie, and then we did Beyond and Into Darkness together for movie night.
They're finally doing a 4th one in that set.
Oh yeah? Okay. Believe it or not, I'm actually now excited for that, because
it's going to be weird because the actor that played Chekhov passed away, and that was one of my favorite characters from that. But I think it'll be good.
I've got hope.
And then you were touching on the other charity here, which is a library one. For anyone that sits there and goes, libraries, da da da. Reminder: there's a lot more to your local library than you realize. Go get a local library card, and then download Canopy, and use that login from your library card, and you can check out movies digitally on your streaming devices. Same thing with Hoopla. Hoopla does audiobooks, movies, TV shows. And there's Libby that just does audiobooks and ebooks and whatnot.
I
Hoopla
think
does ebooks also.
I think Libby is $5 a month, but even
No,
still,
I use Libby. It is free.
it is free. There was one that had a
Mhm.
limit. I'm unsure of which one it was.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying $5. You're
No.
saying like 5 things you can check out. I
Yeah.
think Canopy does like the 5 movies limit.
Yeah, but even still, that's 5 more than you would
That's
have.
5 free movies.
Yeah, that's
And a
5
lot of
movies.
times you can find stuff there that you're not finding other places. For instance, I have to go renew my library card and get a new one because I can't find my old library card. Because I can't use Canopy until I renew that. But they currently, at least for mine, because it's based off what your local library has Logan Lucky, which I've always wanted to watch and haven't been able to, and that is not streaming anywhere.
Huh. Oh, I thought it would have done it on like Max or something.
Nope.
Huh.
It's available to purchase, but my ass broke.
Yeah, we broke. But yeah, no,
Broke.
helping out libraries definitely is one of the major points. The Scholastic Fair, as I talked about before, is one of the major staples of getting a child to read, and that only helps out from the local libraries because they're the ones who are giving up the books. Um, Help out libraries will help out children learn to read as well as just keep them reading. It keeps them safe. It helps them enjoy things. Um, I've There has been a surge, a massive surge since December of last year to now on people playing Dungeons and Dragons.
It's D&D.
It is D&D. Whether it's Pathfinder, whether it's D&D, whether it's Morkborg, whether it's one of the other subsidiary games, there is someone wanting to play some tabletop, and I'm here for it. There was actually someone asking if someone wanted to play that earlier yesterday.
I hear it's great. I've never played.
I also heard it's great, but I was like, I don't know nothing, and also I've got other things on my plate. But like there has been just an outcry for tabletop and people learning and reading, and I'm so excited. Scott, speaking of excited, in 2 days we're gonna get one of these, and I still don't quite know what it is. So I'm gonna go down the list of things coming to Game Pass. Anushard, Anuchard. I don't know shit about it, but I'm here for the character designs. This one looks like a Macmillan classic, Brotato, which
I'm gonna be honest. The name alone has got me interested.
Which one, Brotato?
Brotato.
So this does look like a Macmillan game, which means it'll probably be a top-down shoot-'em-up type of thing with a little bit of
pulling it up
roguelike.
right now.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. It
Okay.
is top down, shoot 'em up, just mobs of enemies coming at you.
Okay.
It's a top-down arena shooter roguelite where you play a potato wielding up to 6 weapons at a time to fight off hordes of aliens.
Okay. I'm looking up Go Mecha Ball, which
January 29th.
Ooh, bit of a distance away. Go Mecha Ball. I'm looking at it on Steam. This one looks like what I would have wanted. Sonic 3D Pinball, or not Sonic 3D, Sonic 3D Blast. What I would have wanted that to be. It looks really nice. It looks physics based. Looks really clean. January 25th for that one.
Very neon.
Very neon. Pal
Well, I
World.
like is these games are small too. This one's 4 gigs. Brotato's like 546 megabytes.
How big is Pal World? Because that's the one I want to talk about.
Pal World is not showing in the coming soon section of Game Pass. So let me actually pull it up on the store real quick.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about it. I'm excited for this game. It is Pokemon, but every Pokemon gets a gun. Every Pokemon...
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Like, that is the baseline. There is fishing mechanics, there is capturing mechanics, there is raid bosses, there is world bosses. Does this have online co-op? It sure does have online co-op. I'm kind of excited for this game. Like, putting your pals into quote unquote slavery, where they look depressed and you are forcing them to make weaponry, not cool. But at the same time, it's a video game. I get it.
So it's not actually properly in the store right now. It's game preview and shows it as 5 gigs. And when you go to the store, you can't actually do anything. You can't even pre-order this game.
No, yeah, because it's gonna be free on Game Pass anyways. But what I saw was a best Pokemon evaluation I could kind of throw is a Lapras, which you know as like a giant sea turtle-esque,
Weedle.
with giant rocket packs on its shoulders, firing them at a little tiny creature or a bunch of tiny creatures around them, knocking them out temporarily, and then re-engaging while you are holding like a machine gun just shooting at them. And I'm like, do I want this? Very quickly did I answer yes. Because it looked fun.
I don't not want it.
I mean, I don't want it. I don't not want it either, but it's just, you know, some of the screenshots of the sad Leafeon looking Pokemon or pals building ARs. It breaks the heart a little bit, but I'm like, you guys can build them a little bit faster, so that way then you don't need to build them anymore.
You know PETA's gonna lose their fucking mind about this game.
I think they
lost their mind about fucking Pokemon, so
I think they lost their mind about it just because they're like, you do this to your digital creatures, how do you treat your real creatures? And I'm hoping they lose their mind over this. I hope they do. Because
bullshit fucking
a dog can't build an AR. Later on, we're getting Persona 3 Reload, which I'm probably going to download.
That one is sitting at 20 gigs.
20, that's fair.
February 1st.
With Persona 3 Reload, they removed Persona 3 Portable. So
yeah, I saw that.
That one's gone now. Don't worry about it. You can wait 1 month to get this fine prime piece of remake. It is remade from the top down, new music, new graphics, new days, and I think there's even one new mode after the truth. So holy shit, if you need to play a Persona game, Persona 3 is obviously where I would say to start. I would say get Reload. And that's all I gotta say. So Turnip Boy already committed tax evasion. Now Turnip Boy is going to go rob a bank. Turnip Boy robs a bank is going to be... I don't have a
January 18th for 1 gig.
Yeah, it's a small little walk around game. It's go in thinking nonsense, but go in thinking you're going to be robbing a bank. You know. And then last but not least, thanks to EA, we have F1 2023. I've never been.
Swapping 53 gigs to drive a bunch of cars really fast, which you can already do in other games.
Forza's only like 90 something. I'd rather play Forza, and you get F1 in Forza anyways. So,
Exactly what I was thinking.
But this is a big month. This here is a big month, and today I believe Resident Evil 2 just dropped on Game Pass.
It is on there. I don't know if that dropped today or if that dropped yesterday, but either way, it is there. The other one that just dropped was the one I was telling you about. Those Who Remain. I played a little bit of it.
Yeah, got you creeped out.
Yeah, it did good at making my spine tingle a little bit. It's basically kind of like avoid the monster and solve some puzzles, which the puzzles aren't like puzzles. It's like figuring out how to get light sources into the area you're going to be in so that the monsters can't get to you. Well, most of the monsters. There's another monster that can get you, and for some reason, his head is nothing but light, so it's very confusing. But no, it's okay. It's all right.
It's alright.
It's not my style. I'm not about like those sneak around, don't get caught games.
Yeah. I'm neutral to them. I want more story. Like with...
There's plenty of story to this. There's like a couple different stories going on at once, actually.
Oh. Then I might pick it up then.
Because like you're a character that was like supposed to meet the woman you're cheating on your wife with at a hotel, and you show up and she's missing, and then all of the spooky shit starts going down, and there's nobody around. And every now and then you run into like this like ghost girl type of thing, and like you're slowly uncovering her story, and she's also trying to lead you the right way to deal with all this, I think.
Do you want to know what that sounds like to me? Silent Hill 2.
You know, now that you say it.
It's just in Silent Hill 2 you get a gun.
And nurses.
And and psychological problems. And depression.
Hey, I already have those.
Yeah.
Hey, I've already got that.
Yeah. We in it. And speaking of depression, Scudoo, you want to live in a snow land that is unforgiving? No? Too bad. Frostpunk 2 now has a gameplay trailer, and I believe it's going to be day one Game Pass?
It absolutely is.
Yeehaw! We like to hear it. I'm okay with Frostpunk. I have one major issue with Frostpunk, and it is once you goof up, you goofed up for the rest of the game. One fuck up is the whole entire thing. With Frostpunk 2, from what I can tell after watching the 2-minute trailer, it seems like one major fuck up might be able to be recoverable. We'll see. But I love this art style. I love it. It is so nice to look at. But we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to crawl into it like I did with Frostpunk 1. God, that hurt my face. Skadoo. Speaking of things from the past, Plants vs. Zombies. We haven't seen very much since the Garden Warfare 2, right?
Yeah, they did a couple Garden Warfare games. Those didn't really do anything for me. You know, I still play Plants vs. Zombies 2 on my tablet.
Yeah.
I've long since beat Plants vs. Zombies 1. So the fact that a 3 is coming out, and that it is another mobile game, which is to be expected from Plants vs. Zombies, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to give this a shot.
I might. I mean, I haven't played Plants vs. Zombies since, I think, the first one, and then I did a little bit of Garden Warfare 1, just to kind of cement that little cake, and I get it. I got it. I didn't want to get it, so I didn't get it.
That's fair and understandable.
It tried to be a lot of something that it wasn't. That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah, it was an acquired taste, I think, honestly.
Yeah. Would I see a tournament on it? No. But,
especially in a world where like Splatoon exists and whatnot.
And Splatoon's getting them, which is funny.
Well, you know, and it's like I think it's PlayStation's trying to come out with a game that's very Splatoon-esque, and it's like I think it's too late to try to corner that market. I think that market's been cornered.
So funny thing is, it looks good.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying, will it pull people?
If it stays free to play, probably. But
Okay.
if it's $20, it might be a little rough. If it's $50, no. If it's $70, God no. That is not worth $70. From what I saw.
This is coming from Sony, and you know they're the masters of overcharging.
Looks
They're the masters of overcharging,
OG
and what'd you say?
I was like, it looks over at OG Yakuza, where they only charged $40 a piece for OG Yakuza. So I mean,
that's not Sony.
That was Sony back in the day for PS2.
But isn't it Sega that is the company that makes it?
Yeah, but it's
Wouldn't they be the ones that set the price?
It was distributed solely through PlayStation at that time.
Although PlayStation 2 Sony is a very different animal from PlayStation 5 Sony.
You are correct. You are very correct.
And my other thing was going to be like, you know, they're the masters of overcharging, where Nintendo is the masters of not realizing that your things do go down in value.
Oh, sales, yeah.
Sale.
But Plants vs Zombies, yeah, I might climb into it if it is.
I'll download it on the tablet when it comes out.
Is it gonna be free?
I think it's gonna be free.
Nah, okay.
It's probably gonna have microtransactions like a motherfucker.
Any other gaming things? Because not a lot for a game.
I played a little bit of Far Cry 6.
What are you thinking of it?
I'm liking it, and I've been cloud gaming it, and it's worked really well. Up until the last 2 times I've tried to launch it, where suddenly out of nowhere it can't handle it, and I know it's not my internet because I'm playing late at night when everyone's in bed.
Okay.
and we're on a new router, and I was on the new router before, so it's not like changing from the bad router to the good router somehow fucked it up. So that's not on Far Cry though. That's on like whatever's going on with cloud gaming right now. Um, I am liking it. It's still got like certain things where it's like, fuck, does the driving give me a headache?
I wish you
Please,
could.
just for the love of God, let me change my position, my
Yes,
view.
I concur 110%. I
But
just turn
I've
on auto
always felt
drive.
that way about Far Cry.
I just turn on auto drive and let it do its thing.
Yeah. I really like having the crocodile companion.
I like the dog.
I haven't gotten the dog yet,
Okay. When you get Boom Boom, oh yeah, oh yeah,
but I've experienced dog companions before because I did play Far Cry 5.
oh that's right, yeah.
But it's not bad. It's kind of what I wanted from a Far Cry game. So,
It
yeah.
goes back to like this arcadey style, which I fell in love with back in 2.
Oh,
And
that like super duper weapon the fucking guy gives you as you carry around on your back is fucking OP as a motherfucker.
yeah, it is. It just sucks how long it takes to charge back up.
True, but like it worked so well for me that I cleared out in place with it, not having to worry about recharging it, and then just walked in and looted everything.
Yeah, yeah, it is a one and done if you happen to get it just right.
Oh yeah, because it was hitting freaking cars and blowing up cars and gas cans and it was chain explosions like crazy.
It is a good weapon. Up, shoe news. So,
I am unspoiled on shoes today.
what's that?
Oh dear Lord! I said I am unspoiled on the shoes today, and now I just saw this one. Oh dear Lord!
Yeah, Hello Kitty Crocs. Yeah, I'll be throwing these at my mother. My mother loves Hello Kitty.
If they ever do a volcano one, they gotta call it Krakatoa.
Krakatawa. But these are cute little gibbets. I keep forgetting the name of what the hell they're called, and I really don't care what they're called. But it is her classic overalls blue. The back band is red, while the rest of it's white. Has her red bow. It's a very simplistic design, but of course, having the Hello Kitty name on it makes it stick that $70 price tag. It releases today. Actually, before I click this, Quincy, if you were to go to a coffee shop right now, whether mainstream or small, what coffee shop would you be heading to?
Talking about like this specific time of day and everything.
Right, you leave right now. Where would you go get a cup of coffee?
It would have to be Starbucks.
It would be Starbucks.
Star-
Which one would you avoid?
Um, a local place because of things that if I say online will get weird attention.
Okay. How do you?
For the most part, the chains or whatever, I get it. It's chain coffee, just like chain restaurants and so on and so forth. I do like Coffee Bean, but they close early. They close super early.
Oh, do
You know,
they?
they're not a company that understands there's people like me that drink coffee from sun up to sundown. And for the most part, I've kind of lost my intrigue with Dutch Bros.
Okay. How about Dunkin'?
I hate their fucking coffee.
Oh, well, what about their shoes?
I mean, their shoes probably taste just as bad as their coffee.
That's fair. I mean, it's an awkward gray. Like, I'm not a big fan of this gray with this. Of course, the Dunkin' orange and pink, I can see it, but it's the gray that I'm just like, I can't like these shoes. I got nothing on it. It has no major release date, $130. It looks
I
like it
mean,
also has a very
there's
weird
people
texture.
out there that will love them.
I'm sure. There are people that runs on Dunkin'. Good.
American Run Dun.
So this thing has been lagging up my entire Firefox. So as soon as this one closes out, I'm gonna be happy. Quincy, AR. What do you know about AR?
AR.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that stands for.
Augmented reality.
Okay, augmented reality. Okay, yeah. So my AR experience is very limited. Things like doing Pokemon Go when you're feeding your Pokemon in your house, or like Regal does like an AR thing as a little game you can play to unlock digital movie posters, which is the dumbest thing to me because why would I want a digital poster, digital movie poster? But yeah, it's things like that, that just viewing things using the camera on your device so that it looks like they're in the room with you.
Okay. Yeah, that's about right. So, the Space Top by Sightful has a 5-hour battery life, and it allows you to basically have a 100-inch monitor surrounding you, a la Tony Stark.
Cool.
I'm here for it. The only downside is I'm not here for the game or the price. I am curious to know on how much can actually handle, like if it can handle graphics and whatnot. $21.50. Now
That's steep.
that is steep, but when you look at it comparative to a RTX 3090 laptop, you're paying only like $200 less. So the only question is, do you get rid of the 22-inch monitor off that and give yourself a 100-inch monitor, but you need to wear these kind of pinchy-looking glasses? So this is where I begin to say AR might be a go-to thing. Just as long as it can handle some of the things that you throw at it, like video games, extra monitors, extra what have yous. I want to know specs. It does not give specs. At least not that I saw. Let me go back into it, see if I can't find something. Oh my god, this thing is lagging so much. Let me scroll all the way down. See if there is something about. Can I get anything? No, it is going to give me absolutely nothing on specs. So, if this is an augmented reality that involves, let's say it does have a 3090, but with, I don't even know how AR fully works in this context, because what it does is it puts it in a position that is comfortable to your eyes. They are user-friendly. It is supposed to be comfortable. I don't know shit about shit on it. $21.50 does not seem too far-fetched, though. I would just want to know specs.
Here's my question. So how encompassing is this to try to charge and wear? Because, 5 hours is great, but you think about the average work day is considered 8 hours. If you're the kind of person that's buying something like this, you're going to log a lot of time on this thing. And my other thing, and this is something that is just across the board with tech companies. It's awesome that you tell us how long battery life is. You know what I want from your fucking tests and whatnot that you're running, and I want you to tell me the results on that is how long before that degrades. How long before my 5 hours becomes 4.5? How long before my fucking 4.5 becomes 2?
Okay. I found specs. So,
okay.
3 things. 1, it does go in through USB-C, which means you can attach an external battery to it.
Cool.
It charges from 0 to 80. It charges from 0 to 85 in less than 2 hours using the 65-watt USB-C charger.
I'm assuming that's while not using the device, though.
Probably. It'll probably be like 2.5, 3 hours.
Okay.
Or just keep playing it while it's charged in, because it's one of those types of really good new age batteries. Super speed USB up to 10 gigabytes a second. That's fine. Good Bluetooth 5.1. It even handles 5G, which means you can attach a SIM card into it and get internet connectivity that way. It has 2 OLED 1080 per eye glasses, 72 hertz refresh rate. The colors, 16.7 million colors, an 100,000 to 1 contrast ratio. It's a little low, but then again, it's right in your eyes, so I guess it's fine. 2 open ear speakers, one on each of the ear covers, so you get speakers with these little glasses. This is interesting. This is very interesting. It's not big by any way, shape, or form. 102 gigabytes available, so you're going to have to get an external memory or otherwise. It's an 8-core, 64-bit CPU, 3.1 gigahertz speed. It's very quick. 8 gigabytes of LP DDR5 RAM. You know what? This is worth it. It's not tip-top specs, but it is worth the price tag.
So now here's the thing about the memory on it. I mean, is it really going to need an external memory? Because the reality is this is just an extension, right? Like you've still got to have your computer system running, right? This isn't a computer as well, right?
This is a computer. This is a laptop.
Okay, I was thinking this whole time that this was like
A peripheral?
something that you, yeah, something you're just connecting as a monitor in a sense.
Oh. I mean, I'm sure you could, because as mentioned, it does have a USB-C where you can now have USB-C to USB-C connectivity type of ordeals, like tethering. I would actually really enjoy this as like a soft book, but at the same time, still wouldn't spend the $2,000 on it. I would rather get like a $400 like Chromebook or a $200 what do they call them? Like one of those Windows 11 boxes. You know, they have pretty much the same specs, just a little bit slower, and at a quarter of the cost, literally. Skadoo. AI was also very much featured in CES, and I really like it. Adam over at Rich Tech Robotics is a robotic bartender that conversates, pulls up informational things just in case, like, you come up and you start talking with it and you bring up something that you don't think it would know. It uses AI to figure it out, which is where AI was taking up most of that whole entire corner. This was the front runner. This was in the front, pouring up drinks for all the convention goers. And I said, it can make any drink you ask it, just as long as it has the tools, of course. I would like to see more robotic things, just because as I mentioned to Quincy precast, this kind of gives me the Blade Runner 2049 vibe.
Yeah, he wants to be served by a cute VR girl.
That was the second part of that conversation, but
actually, it wasn't.
It was the first part. The first part was the robotic bartender you can rant at. But to be able to be served by a robot that can conversate is an interesting notion to begin with. You can book Adam. Go to richtechrobotics.com, and how much is it to book them? Oh Jesus! Oh, you submit it and they give you a quote, so it's probably ridiculous. How much does it cost to rent Adam? Yeah, it just depends on customization. Oh boy, I'm thinking maybe $5,000. That's probably what I'm thinking about. I wish they put quotes up here, but you know, c'est la vie. Skadoo. A lot of tech was also a SM1 slim mechanical backlit Bluetooth keyboard. Now, to those who know Bluetooth keyboards, you know that they're very cheap. They don't have too much give. This one's a fully mechanical weighted keyboard. It is a half keyboard, which is just the letter area, not the numpad or external keys.
Personally, I'm a fan of the number pad.
I am too, but this is cute. I like it. I like it a lot. Not $100 cute, but it is still very nice. The keycaps look like they have these really nice soft membrane that look very fun to type on. It asks what is the compatibility, and it, it, anything with freaking Bluetooth 5.1. Like, I don't know why it had to pull up a list for all that, but anything with Bluetooth 5.1. Let's go do. So, my headphones are J-Buds from JLab. I love
Okay.
them to death. I only paid $25 for them on sale. Cool. They released at CES a new set, the J-Buds ANC3 True Wireless Earbuds. They feature the noise canceling technology that actually works. $60. Has better battery life, has an app, can be charged through USB-C. It just way better, just overall way better. And I was like, am
So,
I really
what are
gonna?
you gonna do with the app?
The app allows you to customize their bass control. So it comes with like an equalizer, whether or not you want to turn on and off the active noise canceling. Um, let's see here. Does it have a screenshot? It does. It had. Oh god dang it. Touch controls and the sound of your personal preference. Presets for JLab signature, balance, or bass boost. Plus, get software updates. Just so I guess just to make sure that everything is working 100%. What it also features is 9 hours of playtime with a 2-hour, I believe, charge time. Let me double check. Where is the specs? There's a lot of words here. Here we go. Case charge time 2 hours. So listen per bud 9 hours. Charge them up for 2 hours a piece. You're already making up the cost of the fact. It's got 4 reviews already, and it's only been out 5 days. So people have already been getting them. People are already starting to review them. 4.8 stars with 4 reviews. I would if skadoosh
If
these weren't better. $199 for Audio Technica's ATH TWX7s. These things are selling out. These things were dropped at CES, and they are almost sold out. They are nice looking. They are clean. If we had a full-blown studio, I would want these instead of studio headphones.
I don't do the buds personally, so I don't really have an opinion on these. So I'm gonna take your word. Like if these are worth it, if these are good, then I'm all for it.
Oh god, yeah.
Like I don't have AirPods,
Yeah.
despite all my Apple stuff.
I tried AirPods once. It don't fit in my ear too good. But these
I always kind of thought that would be a problem for me. Like I'm sitting there going, "There's nothing here to make this form to my ear."
yeah. So these are on a very small slider, so you can fit them perfectly to your ear. They have 2 microphones, 2 condenser MEMS microphones. They are active noise canceling. They have 2 different types of active noise canceling. One that basically adds sound and one that detracts sound, so it makes it the crispest sound you've ever heard. You get to keep your highs, keep your lows, keep your mids. It is by far the best I've ever seen as far as specs and otherwise. Reviews are nobody's even wrote a review even though they are sold out. I'm pretty sure they haven't even gotten them in their hands yet.
Yeah, probably not. They probably still have to be shipped to them.
But just the fact that these are almost sold out for 3 times the cost. I would love a pair of these just to try them out. I would love to listen to a couple songs on it. God dang. Quincy, you like Mario Kart?
I like Mario Kart.
How about
I
driving
haven't
around?
really played any of the new Mario Karts, but
How about driving around in the Segway Go-Kart Pro 2?
I mean that would be kind of cool. But I feel like it's not street legal.
I believe it is because it is 26.7 miles an hour, which means it is just barely. The only downside is it only has about 15 miles of actual range before it kicks the bucket. because
That
it's
sucks.
it's a really good e-energy style battery, so it's fine. It has 360 haptic feedback, so that way, in case you happen to play video games on this thing, it gives actual feel. Oh, hey, you can attach it to a game console and actually drive in game. So instead of it being both,
Interesting.
yeah, so instead of driving around on the streets, you can take it home and play some Forza. Yeah, it's.
I thought about that.
I mean, I'm happy for it. I am glad it exists. It has a drifting assist system, so you can drift around. Like it's usually you hear things for stability and making sure that you're not drifting. No, this thing says you want to drift. Okay, you want to slide around. All right. It's got collision protection on the front backs. Make sure that it doesn't. It has anti-flipping mechanisms. It has speakers in the headrest. Like, it is an interesting piece of technology. Looks really small, though. It looks pretty small. Oh, and then we're going into the other products. But otherwise,
Is that a Segway with no handlebars?
I think it's just a. Oh, yeah, it is. 9 S Max adjustable steering wheel. Okay. Y-shaped connector. I am unsure. Did I get the cost for this? I don't think I got the cost for this, which is not good for me. Let's go see if it's in the store. Jesus. So for one of their electric scooters, starts at $449 from the look of it. Some of them are on sale. One of their big ones is $200 off from $899 down to $699. But I do not see this. This is still, I guess, in its prototype. Oh, here we go. The Pro Optimus Prime Limited Edition. I'm mad that it comes in Optimus Prime colors. $2,500. That's not.
It comes in Optimus Prime colors.
Yeah, it comes in Optimus Prime colors.
Why is that? Why are you mad about that?
Because I want it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
$2,500. That's not too bad to be both a actual go-kart and a game controller, I guess you could say. Whoa, that's kind of cool. A 9-bot mecha kit. Ah. And then Bumblebee. I'm not a big fan of Bumblebee. And then just the regular Go-Kart Pro, which is $200 less if you don't want it in the color schemes.
What's wrong with
E-scooters.
Bumblebee other than the fact that he's yellow?
I just never was a fan
He's
of
mostly
Bumblebee.
just yellow.
Not really. I don't mind yellow. But I never was a fan. Their e-bikes are still on sale. $4,500 to $6,500 depending on what type. They are from what I've heard, they're actually really nice to drive around on. The only downside is their battery life. So, I mean, if you're not riding around too often, there you go. Segways does a lot of really good products, and I'm glad to see them at CES pushing innovation, albeit strangely. Close. Quincy, I'm a huge fan of astrology. I do love astro imaging. I love stars. I am here for it. I like the fact that I can throw my phone up on an mount and I can take pictures of stars. But not well. I can't. It's not meant for that. For $4,000, Celestron Origin can drop down this Bluetooth-enabled telescope. It is a home observatory. You get star tracking motions, where a part of the galaxy it's sitting in, where it could potentially be going. And I believe it is using the adopted star treatment, where if that is a star that was adopted through NASA's Support a Star program, it'll tell you that star's owned, but it's not going to give you like the full name and so on and so forth, but it'll let you know that that is a part of that program. It allows you to pre-order through a lot of websites. I would love to get this. I just don't know what I would do with it. Aside from look at stars, of course.
I mean, that would kind of be the main purpose of it.
Yes, it's just I don't know what this would do that a normal telescope wouldn't. I mean, sure, it'll tell you all the stars that are owned and whatnot.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of that stuff. You know, it's the digital side, the informational side that it's bringing to you.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to look at it. I personally wouldn't want one that can look at a nebula. That's just that's too far. Scott, do you want to go back to a black and white phone?
No.
Okay. So, Punkt, P-U-N-K-T, dropped off this e-ink full smartphone that puts things in your control. No bloatware, no privacy infractions, no mess is basically their push. It even comes with a MCO2 VPN to make sure that you are 100% safe. And I began to scratch the back of my head. I said, it comes in black and white. No one can look over your shoulder because it has that direct linear where if you're not looking directly at the phone, you can't see what's on it.
The privacy stuff.
It has like cookie management to where it's not tracking what you're looking at. Personally, they're going to get that information any way, shape, or form. It's now just in a kind of unsightly e-ink black and white. I'm not here for this. I'm here for the camera. The camera's great, but guess what? Black and white mode. Like, I like it, but not enough. Not enough to lean toward it. Because it's like private emails, no profiling, no phishing, no spam, no ads. And I said, to get rid of all ads in the world is
Look, if you want to buy a burner phone, just buy a burner phone.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. How much is this? If this is inexpensive, I can see it. Sure. Oh, okay. Can I? Here we go. $750. That is the price of a Samsung Galaxy S22 right now. I could get the phone that I have right over here beside me for the same price. I'd rather have my color. I'd rather have my availability to apps because I don't know what this thing's gonna cover. Am I gonna be able to play my game that requires color? Like, it's a nice idea, just not for me. Like,
it's a weird idea. I don't know about this. This is weird.
Quincy, you remember the time of BlackBerry like actual keyboards on phones?
Keyboard.
Yeah, I got a keyboard. So I remember seeing a talk through with the person who made Clicks, which is the Clicks Creator keyboard. It attaches to your phone. I believe it even has a model for the future that has a battery. So you have an extended battery as well as a clickable keyboard. It adds in a whole bunch of new features while also giving you your full screen to display while you're typing out your stuff. I kind of like that. Only downside is $140 for the base, $160 with a $30 deposit for the Pro Max. A little rough on the price, but I kind of like it. The gray looks better. Looks way better. It also handles itself as a phone case, I would assume.
I don't. This isn't for me.
That isn't for you?
I'm not getting this.
Okay. It does seem a little pricey.
I very briefly had an experience with the BlackBerry keyboard. I'm not nostalgic for that. So.
Okay, that's fair. But I am glad that it does. Your phone have a USB-C on the bottom? or is it still?
Yeah, because I've got the new one. Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure because I didn't know how far along they were. Apple was.
Yeah, the newest phone is USB-C, and so I just got the new phone within the last couple of months, like November, I think.
Okay.
Um, and so yeah, I've got the USB-C now.
Hmm. Vegan leather. I wasn't expecting it to be made out of vegan leather, but I'm glad that it's made out of something good and repairable. Skadu. So thank you to Wired.com for this one because this website for Rabbit T1, I believe it's called, sorry, Rabbit R1, it crashed Firefox, and I had to pull up a bunch of stuff again. The website for Rabbit.tech is very heavy. I tried opening it on
This
Chrome.
is that weird device, like camera type thing, isn't it?
It is a companion. It is a phone helper. So what it does is it uses Rabbit Eye to scan your area. It begins to try and figure out what you're doing and give you ideas on if you are asking it for ideas. It has a push to talk button, so that way you can ask it questions. It connects directly to your phone, so that way if you're locating something, this is a much more handy idea to find that thing of which you are going to, a la Google Earth or what have you. $200 for this little companion. So it is a little bit more approachable. And it even has this companion allows you to also be like, hey, can you get me an Uber to go here? And it'll open up your app, post up where you're at using geolocation, and it'll say, you want to go here. And then it'll show you a picture of how it'll look on your phone and say, is this good? You could say yes, and it'll get it started for you. This little companion app is nice. It doesn't need to pair with your smartphone. It just can. Because, of course, if you're wanting Uber or whatever, you're going to need to. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. For $200, that's not a bad... It's not a bad product.
It's just odd to me. I don't know that I would use it. Plus, it's one more thing to carry around.
That is fair. I could see this one for like travel. This would probably be something that would be in like my chest pocket for going around. But yeah, no, it is $200 that could be saved. Leo also says his team taught a rabbit how to survive in the video game Diablo 4, demonstrating all the ways to kill enemies and keep the health bar topped up. Theoretically, you can ask a rabbit to create a character and level it up so that way you don't have to grind the game. So it can learn video games.
The game.
So wait. So this is a full learning AI. This isn't a baseline AI. This is a learning AI. You can teach it to play Diablo 4.
Play the game.
Well, yeah, but it's if you're making like a second character, it's just something interesting that kind of twirled through the brain. But yes, you are correct. Play the game. Skadoop. A lot of baby and dog things I've also noticed at CES. A smart collar for your dog or cat that if you like have a big backyard out in like the mesquites, and your animals run free, but you're like, I gotta find them. You pull out your phone, you'll know exactly where they are. I'm okay with that. That's fine. A C Pro 360 baby monitor for $200. Not a bad deal for this kind of security for your children. We've already had baby monitors about that same price. Get out of here, GeForce. We've already had a bunch of...
The Shadow Realm.
Yeah, to the Shadow Realm you go. We've already had, of course, a bunch of like baby monitors that had like... I think Ring tried to do an approach on this, and I can see that working. you know, with all the there was an automatic dog feeder that technically abuses dogs if they don't notice the dog is moving or losing weight. So it feeds it
Right.
less. And I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that to your dog.
Yeah.
Don't do that to your dog.
Your lord.
Feed your dog. If your dog doesn't move around, that's on you also, man. Come on. But
Kind of takes me back to what we were talking about off cast, where it's like people are getting a little too lazy.
we are, but at the same time, we need the people to repair what is broken, if it is broken. Or
Yeah, but I mean, feeding your dog, just feed your fucking dog.
just feed your dog. Just
Like,
take out that 10
if you've got disability or something, that's different. But you know that that's not what this is marketed towards. This is marketed towards just people in general, like lazy people.
Oh, you are correct. There is a whole bunch of other products I did not pull up because it was literally first world problems. Like, that was the borderline of it. Skidoo. You have a projector, right, Q?
Yes.
You like it?
I do.
Now, I don't know the whole entire specs of this thing because I watched the preview of it. It is the Splay, the ultimate 2-in-1 expandable display and ultra short throw projector solution. Now, I've saw the little trailer that someone had run. It looks fine. It looks fun. I just don't like that it looks like a CRT.
Here's my thing. So this is a great concept for camping, picnicking, lounging in the backyard, enjoying things on the go, movie break with friends at work or something. Like, there's a lot I could see for this. Where even that price tag though?
$1,300 or
$1,300 for something that's a little bit bigger than a tablet.
yeah, you might as well just pull up a tablet then, because you can
And it's
throw your
like the
tablet
reality
anywhere.
is $1,300, and this is more expensive than both my projector and my screen combined. And so much tinier.
Yeah.
So it's like
I would probably watch this one after just to see it actually from a camera's perspective from someone who's actually looking at it. I'm gonna do that real quick.
Hey guys,
Quiet you. So I just want to see him use it real quick. Let's skip ahead real quick. Oh, okay, wait, he was laying down with it. He was laying
chair
down.
slid.
Why was he laying down with it? Okay, so looking at it through this, why would you?
Like, I think it's a good concept. I think it's just far too fucking expensive.
Yeah, you might as well just get a tablet with a backboard. Like, get yourself fucking get yourself a what do they call it? iPad, an iPad Pro,
Mm-hmm.
like an iPad Pro 3, an old one. Those things still run great. Get yourself one of those. They're only like $100.
Hell, at that price point, you can just get the brand new iPad.
Can you really?
Yeah,
Oh, then yeah.
$1,200.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see, new iPad.
600.
Yeah, from Apple, you can get the iPad Pro M2 12.9 inch for $13.99.
That's still kind of pricey for that then.
No, yeah, I'm just saying if you're gonna drop $1,200,
You might as well get your money's worth
fucking
while
iPad.
also getting, instead of just a projector screen.
yeah, you go to like their slightly dropped down one, and it's $1,000. And then, like you were saying, you go old. If you go to the older, smaller ones, you're a couple $100.
iPad 6. Let's do an iPad 6.
I
Shopping.
have no idea what number they're even on.
So an iPad 6 Gen, 128 gigs, $100. 120. You're wanting new 140.
There we go.
Refurbished 140. Yeah. Hell, even a 32 gigabyte, $100. Holy shit. Yeah, just go old. Get something that can be this almost the same size and be happy.
And here's my other thing. We maybe you mentioned it and I missed it. How exactly am I getting my media onto this projector?
Oh, I didn't, because it's just there's just an HDMI connection. That's it.
So I still have to have something that can plug into an HDMI.
Well, and
Either
also
I have to have an HDMI that goes to USB or micro USB or whatever, so that I can do it from my phone, or I'm still bringing a laptop, a tablet. Sure, I could bring some form of a storage device if I have downloaded media.
well, yes, but it also has a wireless HDMI adapter, so you can keep it in the car.
Oh, great! That just sounds like a way people are going to try to watch movies while driving.
Yeah, I don't know. But okay, let's get rid of the small and go big. 100
Dun, dun, dun,
inch TV. No, 120 inches. Holy shit. So, these TVs not cheap. $15,000 to $16,000. They are manufactured perfectly. Cooling fans down at the bottom, with cases that can hold other things, so that way the consoles get them. Bring up, bring down screen, I believe. Does it have a video of it going up and down? Yes. So it can literally just be a little tiny out of the way thing before it pulls up.
I'm a little iffy on this newer idea of like hide our televisions. Like, oh, no, we have TVs, we can't let people.
I think it's more for the artistic, lack of better words. It's for the this is my gauche-looking couch with my gauche-looking coffee table. Let me just pull out my TV.
This is my lab.
Yeah.
This is my laboratory.
This is my lab in my laboratory. But on a more serious note, it looks sleek. It looks good. 120 inches, though, I think you're compensating for something. But this is, but see, here's the thing, though. This is a projector. This is using this little.
So it's projection.
It is.
It's not.
Yeah.
Then I would just buy a projector and save myself the money.
Well, yes, but it also has. To me, it looks like it has a much better design. Not for the cost, though. Not for that cost. I could see this probably slowly lowering itself down.
Yeah, like it does into its platform. I'm sorry, it was just perfect.
Yeah, you're right. Switching it over to a lowest ever time lag of 30 milliseconds with a 4K and 17 milliseconds with a 1080p resolution, ensuring that all your gaming is real time. And I sit here and I think to myself, I'm sitting here with a 1ms monitor, and I have a 2ms console. So why are we running back 17 milliseconds on? It's very small, too minuscule. But if you're playing a first-person shooter, you'll notice it. If you're not, you're fine. If you're playing friggin' Far Cry, you're fine. But it's just interesting that they're saying that ensuring that your gaming action is real time when I have a 32-inch monitor that does better. Yeah. I'm here for it, just not here for that price tag. Let's go do. Quincy, you want to play League?
I want to play League?
Yeah, you want to play League?
Probably not. I feel like one, I'm not going to be good. Two, I don't think I can handle the toxicity.
Well, good news, you can turn off the chat. But here's the first part: what if the monitor did everything for you?
Plays the game for me and everything, or
Kind of. What it does is it pings enemies. It
Interesting.
it has an AI chip embedded in the back. It is 98% accurate. So let's say I'm roaming somewhere and I'm like I'm a jungler. I have to be everywhere on this little tiny map. I have to be everywhere because I have to keep my eyes open. So of course I can't keep my eyes on the mini map and where I'm going at the same time. This monitor will ping a small little red blip and show me who is where. It'll tell me who is at Dragon. It'll give me where that person was last seen, how long ago. It'll give me how much health they had at that time. It is cheating, lack of better words. It is massively cheating. But
Yeah, I mean,
they're not going to be able to stop it because it is an external peripheral. If I had this...
Definitely won't be allowed at competitions.
Oh, God, no. But if I had this 4 years ago, I might have been able to make it to, like, tournament levels because of map awareness. Things that would slowly become my normal. And then it would just become a form fit of, I know how to be better because I know what you're going to do. Is it the best? No. No, God, no. There is other programs that you can use that teaches you naturally. That it does not overlay the game, that does not run while you're running League. It is teaching you how to play this game, not giving you the answers. That being said, it's an $600 32-inch monitor OLED.
Jesus. There's one thing that I forgot to try to pull it, and I don't think it's on your list. That was actually kind of cool, and I could see it becoming a regular thing from people. But I don't see people paying extreme amounts just to get the specific one. I see, it becoming like an add-on that starts becoming a thing. Kind of like, how like nowadays the fans have digital screens and show you the temperatures and whatnot. That was probably originally something where it's like, this specific computer does that, and then all the other computers went, we could probably do that. And then like the computer part companies went, we could definitely do that.
Yeah.
There's a tower that just came out that has a vertical screen on it that you can put anything you want on there for the most part. And people are like, it's great if you're a streamer because you can put your Discord chat there or your stream chat there or something like that.
Yeah, I saw Linus pull up one of those not too long ago. It was very nice looking. The only downside is I don't want my tower anywhere near my head, but I do get it. I do like that. It's just
But a lot of people put their tower on their desk,
which is weird
off to the side.
But
I've always been a tower beneath the desk person.
Yeah, I have also.
That's really changed with RGBs and cool innards and whatnot.
Yeah, you do like to look at them, I guess. I don't know, neutral. Like, I'm chaotic neutral. I would rather get, there's this ultra wide, very small, that you can turn vertical, and I could just attach, it has like an actual mounting system that you could just attach to one of your monitors. So I could just attach that to one of my monitors, boom, there's my third screen that I would just throw Discord onto, and it fits perfectly. Only downside is, I think it's like $250 for that specific ultra wide. But, I would like to have one of those, just not in the budget. I think the only reason why this also costs so much is it's an OLED 4K. I think it only has a 2 ms drop rate, just because of the AI chip, lack of better words. We got to hydrate and stretch in chat.
Hydrate and stretch, but I'm out of liquids, I think.
Oh, no more coffee?
Oh, you know what? It got cold.
Oh.
So the one problem is when I switched headsets, I was like, I don't have to be constrained to my desk because now I am on a Bluetooth headset and I can move around, which means I don't sit at my desk where my coffee warmer is.
Yeah. So
I should have put it on the coffee warmer.
Yeah, that's fine. Scud dope.
Yeah, just getting hydrated.
Quincy, you like grilling, right?
Grilling? I'm not like I'm a man and I grill, but there's certain things I think taste better on the grill, and so I will go out of my way to grill them. Yes.
Would you want it to grill it for you? Your grill, I mean.
Only if it's chicken, because I hate cooking chicken.
Okay. So, this thing can cook things in under 90 seconds, depending on what it is. Depends on the flank of steak, etc., etc. When Linus was talking about this, I listened to his AI talk, and this thing is great looking. You put it in one of these little sleeves, you slide it in, and you set what type of meat it is, what kind of cook you want, how much of a cook you want it, how quickly you want it, and it gets it done. And
Very interesting.
when you're done eating, you leave feedback for it, so that way it can determine, oh, okay, so you
Learn your preferences.
learn your preferences, as well as that's not correct, I need to readjust. Because aside from it being a pressure cooker, it is a very, very quick pressure cooker. It also can move the heat trays closer, further away. It can bring up the heat to almost, I believe, 600 degrees Fahrenheit, which is kind of scary. But it can flash heat things, and it can do a lot. It has quick cleanup, I believe it. If any, yeah, I believe it has like a little bucket down at the bottom to collect the drippings. I'm kind of here for it. Like, I am kind of here to have something a little more efficient that can cook quickly, effectively, healthily. Well, healthy for whatever I would throw in it. It does. It even has an attachment to do pizzas on an actual
Pizza.
pizza stone. And I said, "That's fucking cool."
Shit.
So the other thing is, it's not just electricity; it can also be propane powered.
Okay.
Just in case you enjoy your propane and propane accessories.
Oh.
Ball. And
Um.
I'm kind of here for it. So it says get discount, get $1,000 off, and I'm like, I want to. You have to email for it. From what I understand, this is a $8,000 machine, which not bad to cook steaks. Let's say a family of 4 to cook steaks under 20 minutes. That's not bad.
So in my experience, whenever something like this happens, is these products come out and they're always high end first. That they're for the rich, the elite, those people.
Yeah.
And then what'll happen is they'll be able to use that money, use that time, work on it, and make cheaper versions.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Look at how expensive the original Ninja blender was versus Ninja blenders nowadays, and everybody and their mother has one.
And the Ninja air fryer.
And Ninja air fryer, and Instapot, so on and so forth. It's only a matter of time. It's like within the last couple of years, they debuted the washer dryer concept, one machine, and it's not exactly cheap, and it's got some bugs. However, they're getting better, and the prices are lowering. Eventually, it'll become a thing where, most households are going to have that combo and be using that extra space in their laundry room now for a table for folding or storage or whatever. And oh hey, screw having those, standing up washer dryers where it's washer on the bottom, dryer on the top. For the people that have limited space, now it's just one machine. And they are improving. They are getting better. And so I see that happening with this dude. This is going to be an elite thing. This is going to start out this way, and then it'll adjust.
So you had mentioned the washer dryer. There was the all-in-one that wanted to be AI driven, but I believe the floor model leaked, and so they just had it as a display. And I just was like, how do you put AI into a washer and dryer? Like that was my beginning and my end because I didn't think much further for it. But AI in cooking, I can see this. I can actually figure it out because what it does is it has cameras that are looking at the food, watching it cook, making sure that it doesn't burn, and if you want a sear on it, it makes the perfect sear. It does skewers, it does rotations, it does chicken prepping, it does
You tell me this
pizzas.
machine voyeurs my food?
Like, are you telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
You told me a shrimp fried this rice?
Like, I'm kind of here for it. For $8,000, I find this to be actually well worth it. It is energy efficient. It is. It even comes out with little serving stations.
In your mind,
Yeah.
that meme, you tell me a shrimp fried this rice?
Yes.
Is the guy impressed because like he's trying to wrap his head around the concept that a shrimp did it?
Yes.
Or is he impressed because he's trying to wrap his head around the concept of like a shrimp did it this well?
Yes.
Like he's like, I can't fathom that a shrimp can cook. Not only can that shrimp cook, but it can cook.
But if you have about $8,000, I'm not 100%. Go and check out Perfecta from Sear Grills. SEERGRILLS.
If you have $8,000 to spend on this, you should really just be subscribed to our show. Like,
Please go to
like
twitch.tv/ TheUglyMugs.
because our subscription price, you won't even notice it monthly.
You won't.
Also, go buy some glasses on Zenny.
Oh yeah, go. Oh the their New Year's sale is all month. Buy two get one.
Really?
I believe it's buy two get one free.
No.
I
I might
believe.
have a really good check coming in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Don't hold me to that because I'm not 100%. I think it might have already ended, but they're always holding good deals. Skadoop. And last but not least, over on Angry Tom, where Angry Tom tweets, he was talking about all of the AI slash interesting tech. Oh, I did not watch the. Oh, that does not look fun to. This man just crumples it,
yeah.
and then it pops back out. I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
And of course the click. Um, now the Samsung transparent micro LED screen. I tried finding this one. I'm glad that you did. This thing looked good. When Linus passed by it, he was like,
So
"Ooh."
here's my thing about this. So I watched and read a lot of stuff on this screen. The effect works amazingly.
Yes, it does.
It's very cool. I've seen it outside of their little thing here, seen what it looks like as a regular. The problem is because it's transparent like this, or it's not. It does have a big base it sits on,
Yeah.
and there's obviously you can't fucking mount this thing.
No.
However, specs wise, video quality is amazing. It's not the best they offer, and it's just as expensive as the best they offer, which is really interesting.
I've heard that part too. The other thing is it has a mode that makes the backing black. Like it
Yeah, it's an actual piece that raises up into it.
yeah. And I was like,
So
okay, that's not
that's why it has to have the
bad.
base.
And I was like, that's not too bad to have that extra little tiny tidbit because if you're playing something that has high fidelity or high, like you're playing Assassin's Creed, I don't want to be able to see through it to whatever's behind the monitor. I want to see what I'm looking at. So it definitely does have a time and place for what would need to be transparent. But I'm glad Samsung is pushing innovation still because I don't think Samsung's really done anything innovative since the Galaxy Note 4 with its wireless charging. So glad to see that Samsung's pushing. Um, a flying car. Now, this isn't the first time we've had this. There was another one that was being shown at the first day of CES. I'm personally not here for flying vehicles. I don't trust people with flying vehicles. It is, as Quincy has mentioned, as well as a few other scientists. Neil deGrasse Tyson has also mentioned, if that shit goes out mid-flight, where are you going? Straight down.
Let me put it this way. I watched a video the other day of a lady who was filming her gas pump, freaking out. She goes, "If it hits $50, I'm going to lose my mind." And someone tapped on her window, goes, "Do you know you're spilling gas?" And she opened up her door, and her car tank was just overflowing everywhere. People can't even fucking pump gas correctly. You want them flying over your fucking house?
There was a meme of a woman trying to fill up a Tesla with a gas pump.
Yeah. From what I understand, that was staged.
No, staged, but
yeah, the point stands.
There's probably someone who's tried.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the concept art is very nice. It looks like it was rendered in Unreal 5, just because it does have that really
Please,
nice...
that looks like Unreal 3.
I've seen worse, but
I've seen
still,
better.
Fair enough. But on a more serious note, to have a flying vehicle, just as long as it is not above commercial lines, I am okay with it. If it is out in the fucking corners of the map, if you are doing small rotations around the outside of the city, I can see that. But having it fly through a city, I cannot. I will not. This will not. No. If it has,
let's just put the running out of charge or fuel or whatever. Let's put the breaking down parts off the side. How long before someone flies this and if no fly so shot down? How long before someone flies this over a fucking airport and causes an accident involving a jetliner that has, a couple hundred people? How long before someone, hits a helicopter, news van that's just trying to do their, news helicopter that's just trying to do their job? Yeah, helicopter news. Way to go, jackass.
So funny thing.
You know what I mean?
Funny thing about that is it's also AI driven, which means that it's flying along with you. So I'm also in the ideology that it is solar powered, it is electric, of course. It has both the car and the flying vehicle component. It is AI powered, so it has onboard drivability. It has even when it's in the air, it has flight traffic kind of things, I'm sure. So there's a lot of different elements about it. I just don't know the full spectrum of the elements. Also, those just grew out of nothing. Hang on. Mute. Those. Hold on. Did they? Oh, they were tucked in. Okay. I thought it, spewed outward. But even still...
Wow, this really gave me an idea of how delayed mine is. Because you just muted it on my end. But also, people hack iPhones. They jailbreak iPhones. They're constantly doing things, the technology, they're pushing the boundaries. Just, can I get security on this? If someone's going to do that to this thing. Get past that AI that helps fly it.
I have no clue. And I hope not.
People do it to Teslas.
Having a horn that just loud fart noises. Just fart at people all day. It talks about the rabbit. I do like the rabbit. And this goes into great detail with the 25-minute talk about. Listen to it. It's actually that's the only reason why I was like $200 isn't bad for this device, because it is a good helping hand for those who have either learning disabilities or don't like handling their phone but want someone to help them with their phone. I can see this for older generation as well as a generation that doesn't just wants something simple. It is simple. The HP foldable laptop, that crease in the middle always freaks me out, man.
Yeah, and it's been proven on other devices that those creases do start to affect after a while.
So
they're getting better with it.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're getting better. They are getting better.
But it's like, is this going to be one of the ones that's better, or is this going to be one of the ones where you spent a lot of money to find out, oop, they're not there yet? And then my other thing on it's just a tablet. It's not a laptop.
No.
Just admit it. You made a foldable tablet. Like, you didn't make a foldable laptop. You made a foldable tablet.
Yeah. Why does he look like the villain from Despicable Me 2? Moving on. An $8,500 smart toilet with bidet. Thank God, it comes with a bidet.
At least it has a bidet.
Yeah, at least it has a bidet.
Why do you think we're so late on the bidet thing, like, as Americans? Like, why has America just been like, meh, warm water clean my butthole? I don't like that.
It goes up there. No one feels comfy when it's up there. On a more serious note, I have no idea. I have no clue. I've never used one, so I don't know this feature, I guess you can call it.
I've never used them either, but everything I know and understand about them, and everything I know from having lived through 2020 is
fucking $8,500 for heated seats, raised
Don't need
lighting.
don't need that.
I don't know. Moving on.
Also, why does it look like a trash can? Like, this was the best design concept. We couldn't make it look more like a toilet. We had to make it look like a trash can.
Yes. I don't know. I got nothing. I
I feel like the person that buys this is that same guy that buys the
grill.
the thing that like will put the seat down for him because he can't be bothered to put the seat back down for his girlfriend.
I mean, yeah, when you walk up to it, it raises it. So I can foresee a Bluetooth feature that when you leave after flushing, it'll just drop it. Why not?
It probably drops it right after you walk away.
Now, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, you know, I'm also very much at the standpoint of I don't need to stand to pee. It doesn't make me less of a man to sit down and pee and take some weight off my fucking legs for a second.
Well, I poop too much.
I don't sit every time, but sometimes I do.
Yeah, I poop too much, so I sit all of the time. I am a man who eats and gets rid of the thing he eats. The end.
Yeah, that's how the human body works.
That is how the human body works. I get dizzy, and then I poop, and then I don't get dizzy anymore. Figure that out. So this is Portalgraph, new VR projector technology. This is not VR. I want to make this very fucking clear. This is not VR. This is AR. This is augmented reality. This is what is taking place in reality. So having a projector that does not have a block view, that is great. I am here for that. I just want... I want it to be used for our entertainment today. I want it to be used for Gorillas. I want it to be used for the very slight rumor of the Daft Punk reunion tour that I heard about that could potentially be happening.
I heard that they are doing another like anniversary album where they cleaned up some of the stuff and added some more stuff, but I don't know about them touring together. I mean, if they do, that'd be fucking amazing, especially if it means new music.
New music and potential for technology to do its thing, because they
I still can't believe they broke up. Like, I still have not fully processed that, and it's been, what, 6 years?
4 and some change.
4 years?
4 and some change.
4 years?
Yeah, 2020, 2021, around there. But I'm here for this kind of technology. Just help us use it for our new age things. Like, I can see this being used for,
the first thing this is going to be used for is porn.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, I'm not trying
Not
to...
in Montana, though.
Huh?
Montana, with all the weird laws that they put against
Oh, yeah. But, like... Japan definitely can see a lot from like their like video tubers, their shogo tubers, like all of their internet memery, like a better words, those characters. This just looks like a lot of fun. This looks like a great time. I would love to see Gorillas with this tech instead of the weird projectors we got.
I want to take this and I want to combine it with that AR thing we were talking earlier. And I just want to finally have the fucking Tony Stark computers.
That'd be great.
Where I'm working on building a machine, and as I'm breaking it down, I'm literally taking a digital version of it apart by hand.
And moving things around.
Throwing it around, looking at it, zooming in, zooming out, walking through it.
I think you could probably do something very similar to that with the Quest 3. Eh.
What I like about this is not a headset on my head to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know? Okay, if I have to wear some gloves to be able to interact with it, I can do that. That's fine.
Yeah. So, to brush your teeth in 10 seconds. That's great. That's fantastic. Cool. I like that. That's fine.
I actually like this because I would keep it in my car because I keep a toothbrush and like travel toothpaste. Like it's not actually toothpaste. It's toothy tabs from um, Lush in my car
Mm-hmm.
because I don't work a regular job and I don't work from home. So after lunch, I either have to deal with shit in my mouth or brush my teeth in the car. This would be awesome
Why are you eating shit?
because it's everywhere and I'm broke and it's free.
Fair enough.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
But I mean, quick nylon bristles that quickly just go as you bite up and down, turn it around, do the same thing on the bottom. Yeah, sure. It seems like it would work to the best of your ability to turn it in your mouth, and it just kind of depends on how big your mouth is. So 20 seconds gets a full mouth clean. Yeah, sure.
I am now just realizing that this isn't doing top and bottom at the same time.
No, yeah, no, it's just top for 10 seconds.
And then you flip it and do the bottom.
Yeah.
I thought it was double-sided and it would just do all your teeth at once.
See, that would be the real innovation.
Like,
I don't like the design of this, but Hyundai, the car company, an air taxi. Now, this brings back the earlier statement of, the what happens if it goes out, yada yada. We've come a long way in aeronautics and just anything having to do with flying. I would like to see this thing in action. I would like to see it fly. The only downside is how long before we get to see it fly.
they've had a CG ad running for a while with this thing in it. So seeing a physical model is actually rather nice. It's basically going to be a sky taxi. They call it air taxi. So yeah, I think it'll be fine. My thing with it is, you're talking about building places where this thing can pick people up and drop people off because it's not going to be able to just land on a fucking street. Look at the size of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're going to go through. They're going to get licensed people, and it's going to be a whole thing. But you're talking about changing things to city infrastructure, which could potentially be good. And you're talking about how much is it going to cost to fly in this fucker? How much is a trip going to cost? If I want to fucking fly down to the strip, watch a concert, and fly back to wherever the nearest port for me for home is, because they're not going to be able to land on my street.
That would be cool, but yeah, you are correct. I don't know. It only holds 6 people, and that's already just like a yikes. If it could hold 10, 12, 14 people, I'd be a little bit more toward it. But it only holds 5. The pilot and 4 people. That's kind of ridiculous as far as emissions is concerned. I would need to know more. A lot more.
I don't know. I feel like it's also something for like rich CEOs and celebrities, and it's not going to be Joe Schmo who's got an hour commute to his shit job who just really needs to get there in less time so he can spend more time with his kids.
Yeah. That's all I got. Anything else you got?
There was something I was gonna mention I thought about it during this, and now I can't remember what it was. Huh. Well, the direct's happening tomorrow. The
Oh,
digital direct for Xbox is happening tomorrow.
yeah.
Um, and so we'll come to you guys next week with plenty of news from that. We're gonna hear some stuff from all kinds of game developers we like. We're gonna finally hear stuff on the James Bond game. Um, Me and Justin, we might try to do some cons this year and get to you guys some stuff from that.
I
So that's
am
something to look forward to throughout this year.
I am very excited to hear about what they're gonna bring tomorrow. Considering Obsidian's been quiet for a while. Like, have I
I
heard anything from
It's
Obsidian?
been so long since we've gotten anything on the Indiana Jones game. I'm super excited about that.
Let me see here. What are they working on? I know Outer Worlds 2. Like, that's the only one that I know offhand. Avowed
We're gonna hear something
is.
about Outer Worlds too for sure.
So, is Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. That's it, probably. Yeah, that's probably it. Just those two. Which, I'm fine for both. I like both those. Avowed does look good. It looks very plain Jane, but at the same time, I like Obsidian. Obsidian knows how to build worlds. Outer
Right. And you
Worlds.
never know. We may find out about some fucking new IP that they've kept quiet, or they may resurrect an old IP or something. People have been calling for it for years. I doubt this will be it, but you never know. We may finally get a modern remake of Fallout 3 or New Vegas or something.
Or
I
Neverwinter
doubt it,
Nights.
but you never know. Yeah, that too.
I would love Neverwinter Nights. I mean, with the big boost that Baldur's Gate 3 got, you announce Neverwinter Nights and have it be 5e compatible. I know you're gonna make hand over fist. It's just whether or not. I guess we'll see tomorrow. Shall I do the rundown?
Do the rundown.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check our links down in the description for our personal Twitters. I haven't been using mine as of late. I've been a little tired. But I'll probably be using it a little bit more. Remember to check the links down in the description for Zenny. Get you some good old cheap old glasses for really good quality. I'm still wearing mine. The Humble Bundle, get you some games for inexpensive while also helping out some beautiful charities. Anything we earn on Humble Bundle, we turn right back around. And Timu. A couple of weeks ago I had mentioned that some people were having a hard time with Timu. No, Timu's fine. Go and use Timu. It's great. It's fantastic. Inexpensive products that are fine quality. They're not the most stellar things in the world, but inexpensive for a whisk that I got. I paid $1.70 something for a battery powered whisk.
That's,
uh,
that's actually pretty interesting.
yeah. And remember, at the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, remember to love one another. It is free to do, and it's easy. It's easy. Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.